So this is what's going on here now. And they're still kind of flying around me here, but I'm concerned about the group flying around up here near this pine tree. And I'm hoping I didn't just miss something. I think that they started swarming just within the last 15 minutes. Everything was good, and then they went wild, and now they're in the tree. So I am currently doing some yeehaw shit, trying to swing this thing up over the branch so I can get the bucket up there closer. We'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, they are way too high up for me to really do anything else about, so I managed to yeehaw that bucket up there, and the swarm is right here in the middle of the screen now, so hopefully one of two things is going to happen. One being they will migrate to this bucket. We've got a frame, some honeycomb, and lemongrass oil to try to help entice them. The other thing being we have a nuke in the front yard, which has been there as a swarm trap. We're hoping that maybe scouts have already taken a look at it and that they will remember that it's there and that they'll head to that. So this is an uncapped queen cell. I'm not sure if this is the possible queen that emerged and swarmed earlier today. But we also have a capped queen cell on one of the frames in the top brood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We had a swarm from the hive yesterday, and it's possible that we just were not aggressive enough when we split the hive, so they still felt crowded. What I'm going to do now is take this small top box here. We have no frames, just feeder stuff in it, but I'm going to take the feeder stuff out, fill it up with frames so that they have places to expand. So the feeder has been taken out. I'm just going to fill this up with these frames here and put their little pollen patty back on top. This should give them the incentive to just expand inside the hive rather than feeling like possibly swarming again. It's also going to have the added benefit of, if you look in here, the white that you see there is our queen separator, so that will keep a queen from being able to come up here and lay eggs, which means the workers will use this as just a place to collect honey, which means we could potentially harvest some honey from this later. So this is in our old hive, one of the frames that I notched because we had a queen cell on it that we were trying to keep an eye on. The queen cell is actually right here, and whoops, it looks like it is open now. So we're going to be keeping an eye out for a queen, but also, would you say there's a chance that she's out doing a mating flight, so she might not even be here?
I mean, I guess so. It's just hard to know when she emerged, and we've had weather that's been so on and off that there's a chance she went on it, but if so, I kind of wish that we had more queens. So our queen is here from our old hive. It's Ruby Rod, and she's booming. There's eggs literally everywhere. We added a second deep on top of this. It's going to take them a while to draw comb. That's just one of the more labor-intensive things for them to do, but she's filled every little nook and cranny she can find just about with eggs.
It was 80 degrees 2 days ago.
Who cares, apparently.
So we're planning on coming out here shortly to do a hive inspection. What we did recently was in our old hive, this one here. As far as we know, it was potentially queenless, or the queen was at least just not laying yet. We took frames from this hive, which had different stages of brood, larvae, but also eggs, put it in here so that if it was queenless, they should be making a new queen. If there is a queen, but she just wasn't laying, then I think they would leave that alone. Otherwise, the queen would kill whatever they're trying to make. If we are still queenless, we are at a point where I think we're going to have to get a queen and put her in this hive. But that's the main thing that we're looking for today.
What?
Right, we have the hive open, starting this inspection, and again, we are looking for the queen or signs of a queen. So we'll see how it goes. So Amber has spotted our new queen walking around there. She will be Queen Green Bean because this year's queen will be marked with a green paint marker, which, are we going to go ahead and do that now?
Yeah, we need to run back and get it.
Nope, it's in the bucket. So we are about to capture her and mark her.
Yeah!
Okay, so we have isolated the queen, and now we are going to give her a paint job. If you'll take that. So what we do is essentially the little spongy part gets pushed up until her thorax touches the top there, and then we can get the paint marker in and mark her. So we're gonna do that now. And I don't know how steady I'll be able to hold the video here while I do this, but that's all there is to it. So we just wait for her paint to dry. And now she should be much easier to find. And there you have it. So you can see the importance of marking them. So now she's on this frame and she stands out. So a lot like our red marked ruby rod in the other hive, it'll be much easier to keep track of her. We're looking in our, would you call this the new hive?
Yeah.
Okay, we're looking at our new hive that has the old queen, and there's our red marked ruby rod. One thing that we did not get on video is while we were doing the inspection, we actually saw a varroa mite attached to a bee. Now, we did the mite wash, a few weeks ago, and on that mite wash, we did not find anything. So we're hoping that this means that we've caught it early. We can go ahead and do a treatment. So we are going to use Apivar this time because we used formic acid on our last treatment. With the Apivar, that means that we are going to have to remove the frames from the medium super because we don't want to try to collect any honey during that time. And then the frames can go back in a couple of weeks after we remove the Apivar. Overall, we are happy with the progress of the hives. We now have 2 queens that are both laying eggs, and both hives have plenty of space to expand. So we are hoping to have 2 very strong hives, by winter time. And I think if given the opportunity, we would definitely go ahead and try to split again. And depending on how things go, we might.